Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on your mat. Today's class is a power flow, so this is going to be a nice flow to build some heat in the body and get the heart rate going, and it'll be really fun. So we'll start in child's pose. So as you find your way into your child's pose on your mat, bring your knees as wide as they feel comfortable. Big toes come to touch behind you. Start to walk the hands in front of you and start to ground down through the palms. And lift the elbows off of the mat. Instead of softening down, start to charge up the arms. Start to connect with the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Connecting to this moment. And allow yourself to set an intention right here for your practice. Allowing this positive, peaceful energy that we cultivate on our mat to be sent out to the world, to a friend, or to ourselves. And slowly, once you've set your intention, take your time to make your way into a tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And as you arrive in your tabletop, we'll start to move through some rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, hard presses forward, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin toward the chest, press the ground away from you. Inhale, drop the belly, heart presses forward, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Exhale to round the spine, tuck the chin toward the chest, press the ground away. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, heart presses forward. Exhale to round the spine. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Start to walk the feet back, hands slightly forward. Keep the shoulders stacked over the wrists. Find your way into plank pose. Immediately getting into this, starting to fire up the core. So navel toward the spine, gaze slightly ahead of you to keep the length in the back of the neck. Taking 2 deep breaths here, really grounding down through the palms and the finger pads. And we'll slowly start to press ourselves up and back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet about hip distance apart, grounding down through the hands, maybe starting to bend into one knee at a time. You can even lift the heels and bring them over toward one side, moving into the hips. You're doing what feels good in this first downward facing dog. Slowly start to shift the gaze forward and start to take tiny baby steps all the way up to the hands. Bringing the feet to the hands, fold forward, maybe keep a nice bend in the knees. For this first one, just allow the upper body to drape over the legs. Pausing for a few deep breaths here. And slowly ground down through the soles of the feet. Roll all the way up to stand. Bring your hands down by your side. Soften the shoulders. Find your Tadasana, mountain pose. So moving with the breath here, we'll inhale. Sweep the arms all the way overhead. Palms press at the top. As you exhale, slight back bend. Cactus the arms. Open the heart. Inhale, arms rise, palms can press overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward and down. Hands can come to the earth. Inhale, hands to shins or to the sides of the toes, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step the feet all the way to the back of the mat, plank pose. Moving through our first vinyasa, we'll shift forward on the toes. Exhale, down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, untuck the toes, cobra for this first back bend. Roll the shoulders back, open the heart. Exhale, lower down. Start to tuck the toes, either through the knees or press right up through plank. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Slowly shift the gaze forward toward the top of the mat. Step, jump, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, engage the core as you sweep the arms on overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms rise, palms press. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward and down. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen through the spine and the sides of the body. Exhale, hands to the earth, step, jump, or hop back through your chaturanga. Inhaling to your choice of back bend, either cobra or up dog. And exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Shift the gaze forward toward the top of the mat. Step, jump, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, dive all the way forward and down. Inhale to rise, arms sweep on overhead, palms press at the top. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Last time here, inhale, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward and down. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms to the mat. Any way you'd like, meet me in downward facing dog. Maybe move through that vinyasa. 1 breath per movement. Moving at the pace of your own breath. Move as slow as you'd like. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From here, inhale, right leg rises. Flex the right foot. Keep the shoulders squared toward the earth. As you exhale, round the spine, knee toward the nose, press the ground away. Inhale, extend all the way back in that 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and step the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee to the earth. You can untuck the back toes, arms reach on overhead, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Now from here, start to cactus the arms, just as we did standing. Open the heart, really root down through the front foot and the back shin. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Tet the fingertips, tuck the back toes, and start to lift the back knee up. Engage that back leg. We'll reach the arms all the way up toward the sky. Lengthen through the sides of the body here. Pausing for a moment, really press through that back heel and keep the hips squared toward the front of your mat. Slowly start to pivot the back foot down so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Arms reach out to either side, warrior 2. So finding a nice bend in that front leg, knee stacks over the ankle. Grounding down through the feet, deep breaths here, lengthen through the sides of the body, and then soften the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly start to guide the right forearm down toward the thigh, or you could bring the right fingertips to the earth. Reach the left arm all the way toward the sky. Lengthen through the left side of the body. Inhale to come all the way up. Straighten the front leg. Right arm sweeps toward the sky. Left arm by your left thigh. Reverse triangle. Slight bend in the knees. Slowly start to bend into that front leg. Arms reach all the way down toward the mat. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Step it back. Plank pose, vinyasa, or right to downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Moving into that second side, we'll inhale, reach the left leg toward the sky. Square the hips toward the earth, square the shoulders toward the earth, lengthen through the left side body. And as you exhale, round the spine, knee toward the nose, press the ground away. Inhale. Left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, and step the foot between the hands. Back knee drops to the earth. Untuck the back toes, arms reach on overhead, Anjaneyasana. Start to cactus the arms, open the heart, leaning back here. Grounding down through that left foot. right shin. Inhale, arms sweep on overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Tent the fingertips, tuck the back toes, start to lift the back knee. Fire up the back leg, start to engage the core as you rise up. High crescent lunge. Arms reach on overhead. Lengthen through the sides of the body. Deep breaths here, squaring the hips toward the front of your mat. And then slowly pivot the back foot down. Open up to warrior two. Arms reach out to either side. Create space in the sides of the body. Soften the shoulders. Soften the facial muscles. And then extended side angle guide. The left forearm down toward the thigh, right arm sweeps on overhead. Maybe the left fingertips come to the earth, or maybe you rest the forearm on the thigh. One more deep breath here. And then slowly start to come all the way back up. Straighten through the front leg. Left arm reaches toward the sky this time. Right arm comes down by your thigh. Reverse triangle. Micro bend in the knees to protect the kneecaps. Slowly start to bend into that front leg. Windmill the arms down and around. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Step it back. Vinyasa. Deep breaths here. Pause in your downward facing dog. Take 2 more deep breaths. We're going to move through that same sequence, just 1 breath per movement. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, hover. Inhale, back and up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee, inhale, arms reach on overhead. Anjaneyasana, exhale, back bend, cactus the arms. Inhale, arms reach toward the sky. Exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee. Inhale, arms rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale, pivot the back foot down, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, right forearm to the thigh, left arm reaches on overhead. Inhale, come all the way back up, reverse triangle. Exhale, all the way down through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Moving right into the left side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, hover. Inhale, all the way back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, hover. Step the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms reach toward the sky. Exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee. Inhale, arms reach on overhead. High crescent lunge. Engage the core. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to pause. Exhale, guide the left forearm down toward the thigh. Reach the right arm on overhead. Inhale, up through reverse triangle. Left arm reaches toward the sky. Exhale brings you all the way down through your chaturanga. Moving at the pace of your own breath. You can always skip your vinyasa if you'd like. We'll meet in downward facing dog. One more time, just like that. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, hover. Inhale, back and up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands, back knee drops down. Inhale, arms rise on overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge, arms reach on overhead, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Pause for the inhale. Exhale, right arm down, left arm reaches, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, right arm reaches toward the sky, lengthen through the legs. Exhale, all the way down. Frame the front foot. Step it back. Maybe you float the right leg as you move through your chaturanga this time. One more side here. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, hover. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, and step the foot between the hands. Back knee drops down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, back knee lifts, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Pause for the inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, right arm reaches on overhead. Inhale, reverse triangle, left arm reaches toward the sky. Exhale brings you all the way down to the mat. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Maybe the left leg stays lifted as you move through your chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Taking 3 deep breaths. Inhale, let's reach the right leg toward the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hover and pause for 3, 2, 1. Step the foot between the hands. This time, keep the back knee lifted. We'll reach the arms on overhead, high crescent lunge, arms reach toward the sky, soften the shoulders. Slowly start to lean forward with the upper body, and then sweep the arms back behind you, airplane arms. Keeping the weight into that right leg, we're going to start to shift the weight forward, launching into warrior 3, keeping the airplane arms. Flex through the back foot. Square the hips toward the earth. Start to bend into that standing leg. We're going to bend into the left leg as well. Bring the left leg to meet the right. Airplane arms in chair pose. Reach both arms on overhead. Inhale here. Open through the heart. Exhale, dive all the way forward and down. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Drop the left knee down to the earth. Untuck the back toes. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot and heel toe the right foot to the outside of the mat. Low lizard lunge. You can stay here with tented fingertips. You could ground down through the palms if you'd like, or you can drop down to the forearms. Pausing here. Few deep breaths. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly start to bring the hands back to the earth. Heel toe the foot back to center. Bring the right hand to the outside of the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to step it back to plank pose. Bring the feet together to touch. Drop the feet over toward the left. Tent the right fingertips and then reach the right arm toward the sky. You can always drop the left shin down for a modification, or if you'd like, you can lift the right leg up. Wherever you are, press out of that left wrist. And then slowly lower the right hand down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move through your vinyasa at your own pace. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Step the foot between the hands. Start to rise all the way up. High crescent lunge, arms reach on overhead, lengthen. And then start to hinge forward at the hips, sweep the arms back behind you, airplane the arms. Pausing here, engage the core, and start to shift the weight forward into that left leg. So we'll start to step into the leg, warrior 3, flex through that back foot, arms reach behind you, square the hips toward the earth. Start to bend into that front leg, bend into the back leg, right leg meets the left, chair pose, airplane arms. Arms reach on overhead, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat, fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the earth. Right foot steps to the back of the mat. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot to the outside of the mat. Staying right here, or coming down to the forearms. Pausing here for a few deep breaths. Releasing tension in the hips. One more deep breath here. Slowly make your way back to your hands. We'll heel toe the left foot back to center. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, plant the palms, step it back to plank. Bring the feet together to touch. Drop the feet to the right. Tent the left fingertips, left arm reaches toward the sky, or you can lift the left leg. You can drop the bottom knee down to the earth. Press out of the wrist. And then slowly pivot back to plank, vinyasa. Drop the knees to the earth, big toes to touch, child's pose. Slowing down the breath. Slowly start to slide the hands in toward the body. Shift over to one side. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. Flexing through the soles of the feet. Inhale. Reach the arms toward the sky. Lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale as you hinge forward and down. Hands can come to the feet. They can come to the shins. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to gently deepen your fold. Listening to your body. Only coming as far as you feel comfortable. Finding that edge. Slowly coming all the way back up. Extend the arms out and lower all the way down to your back. Draw the knees in toward the chest. Give yourself a big hug here. Gently rock a little side to side. Separating the knees, reach between the legs to grab a hold of the outside of the feet for happy baby. Drawing the knees toward the armpits. And maybe rocking a little side to side. Slowing down the breath, cooling down the body. Slowly begin to guide the knees back in toward the chest. Give yourself a hug, forehead toward the knees. And begin to release into your Shavasana. Arms come down by your side. Legs are mat distance apart. Softening. And staying here as long as you'd like. So you can stay here for a few more moments, or gently start to deepen the breath. Maybe inviting some gentle movement, wiggling the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Maybe reaching the arms on overhead, giving yourself a nice big stretch. Start to guide the knees in toward the chest. Give yourself a hug.
and then gently drop over toward one side, resting your head on your bicep. Begin to press yourself up into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Guiding the hands together at heart center, bowing the chin toward the chest. Take a moment here to reflect on the intention that you set at the very beginning of our practice today. Thank yourself for coming to your mat and finding time to put in the work for you. I thank you for letting me guide you through your practice today. Namaste.